Hello friends of Sudoku, welcome to another hard grid from sudokuexchange.com. The Sudokus that I choose from this site are all hard or in some rare cases a medium level difficulty. But I have to say that they do vary in difficulty and in quality. They're all labeled the same, but some can be very tricky to solve and others are just so easy. We'll have to wait and see how this one turns out. Let's see if we can find a 4 for this box 3 up here. It should be quite simple. And it's simple because this 4 blocks here. So a 4 must go in one of these squares here and therefore cannot go in any of these squares. And we got this 4 blocking up here and this 4 blocking up here. So a 4 must go here. Now we are looking for a 2 in box 5. Again, it's not difficult, I think. We have a 2 blocking up, 1 blocking down, 1 blocking over, so a 2 must go here. And we can now find another 2, and that goes in the bottom chute here. See if you can find it before I do. Well, I found it already, but I'll give you a few seconds. We have to look at this 2 here blocking across and this 2 blocking down, and that gives us the 2 here. And now we can easily see where the 2 goes in box 9, because a couple of 2's are blocking over like so. So here's a 2. Any other easy digits? Yes. Let's see if we can find a 7 for box 8. We got 2 7's blocking across, so therefore a 7 must go here. And now we have to look immediately to the top and see if we can find a square for a 7, because these 2 7's block like so. So here's a 7. We really owe it to ourselves to continue looking and see if we can find more 7's, because every time we enter a digit, we have to look at the ramifications. This 7 blocks across and these 2 7's block up. So here is in fact a 7. And I think we can find the rest of the 7's now. We clearly need a 7 for this box here and we need a 7 for this box. And we'll begin with this box here because we got 2 7's blocking across and 1 7 blocking up. So a 7 must go here. And this 7 blocks up while this one blocks across and this also blocks across. So here's the last 7 of this puzzle. Now see if you can spot a 5. I won't tell you where in the grid it goes, but I'll give you a few seconds. Look at the 5 blocking across here. We need a 5 for one of these 3 squares here. But we got 1 5 blocking down and another 5 blocking down, so the 5 must go here. Now a little more advanced. See if you can find a 3. I will say it goes in the bottom third of the puzzle. Here is how you do it. You look at the 3 blocking down, and you know now that one of these 2 squares must be a 3, and they block 3's from going anywhere here. We also have a 3 here blocking down, so a 3 is forced into this square here. And now it is easy to see where a 1 goes in the same lower third of the puzzle, because we have a 1 blocking across here, so 1 must go here. 6, 8, and 9 for these squares now. And it's easy to see that this 8 blocks an 8 from going here and here, so it must go here. And therefore these 2 squares must be a 6 and a 9. the 9 blocks over, making this a 6 and this a 9. Now, I really have to look at these two squares and see what they can be, what they must be, rather. They must be a 9 and a 5. I can't solve that yet, but now I know that these squares must be a 4, 6, and a 3. And again, I can't really do much about it because the 3 could go here or here, the 4 could go here or here, and the 6 could basically go in any of these 3 squares. But now I know that these cannot be a 4, 3, and a 6. It must be a 9 and an 8. And since we know that one of these must be a 9, let's look upwards. None of these squares can be a 9. We have a 9 blocking over here, and we have another 9 blocking over here. So it follows that this square has got to be a 9. These now must be a 1, 2, and a 3. We do have a 2 and a 3 in the column, so here's a 1. This cannot be a 2 because of this 2. It must be a 3, and the 2 must go here. This 2 blocks down. We got a couple of 2's blocking across, so here's a 2. Up here we are looking for a 1 and a 4. This 1 blocks up, so the 4 must go here and the 1 must go here. This 1 blocks over here, so a 1 must go here. And we can find a 1 now for this square, I think. And this is how we do it. This 1 blocks down, so a 1 must go here or here. This 1 blocks down, this 1 blocks up, so a 1 must go here or here. So for these two boxes, we can see that we cannot have a 1 at all in row 5. So a 1 in row 5 must go here or here, and this 1 blocks here. So this is the home for the 1 in row 5. Up here we are looking for a 5 and a 3. The 3 blocks up, so the 5 goes here and the 3 must go here. This 5 blocks down, so the 9 goes here and the 5 here. And here we're looking for an 8 and a 9. We got a 9 blocking over, so the 8 goes here and the 9 here. This 9 blocks across, so does this. This blocks down. Here's a 9. Here we're looking for a 1 and a 6. We have to wait with those because I can't solve them yet. What are these? They have to be a 6 and a 5. The 5 blocks here, so here's a 6, here's a 5. The 5 blocks up, so does this. This blocks over, so here's a 5. And we are closing in on the solution here. This square can only be a 3. 3 blocks down, 3 blocks down, so a 3 goes here. Here we are now looking for a 6 and an 8. And they will also have to wait for a little bit. We were looking for a 4 and a 6 here, I believe. Yes. Let's see. 4, 4. Aha. The 4 blocks down here, so a 4 must go here or here. Therefore, it can't go here. It must go here, and that makes this a 6. Which blocks up, making this a 6. Which blocks up, making this a 6. These are still an 8 and a 9, and these now must be an 8 and a 4. Still a 1, 3, and a 4 for these squares. That's funny. I can't really see where they go yet. 4, 8, and 9 here. Well, a 9 must go here or here. And also here and here. Well, let's just plug in an 8 here. I completely overlooked that we just had one more square to fill in this column. So, and now we know, of course, that this is a 2. Sometimes you just get so caught up in analysis that you fail to see the obvious. At least that is what happens to me very often. But this 8 does block down, and therefore one of these must be an 8. Therefore this cannot be an 8, and an 8 must go here. And that makes this square a 4, which blocks across here, making this a 4, and this must be a 1. And therefore we now know that a 1 must go in this square. This must be a 6. Here we're looking for an 8 and a 3. The 3 blocks down, so the 8 goes here and the 3 here. And therefore here. An 8 must go here or here. The other digit that will have to go here is a 6, and the 6 blocks over. So here's the 8, here's a 6. And that makes this an 8 and this a 9. And this also must be a 9, and this must be a 4. And that's it for a hard Sudoku puzzle from sudokuexchange.com. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.